Hey everybody. So your GL or ML or R version hatch doesn't want to close. It opens with all the buttons, but it will not close with any of the buttons, including the remote. And if you scan it and it tells you that it's a sensor strip, well, it's a little bit obscure to figure out where is the sensor strip. So here it is. This is the sensor strip. It's this rubber piece that is on the edge of the black trim, and it goes all the way up, and it's on both sides, on either side of the car. So hopefully the scanner will tell you if it's a left or the right sensor strip. So once you, I believe it's a Torx T20, there's few screws that you take out. There's also a couple of plugs. I busted mine because it was old. It simply tore up. It's a plastic one of those grommets that holds in, but it's got a rubber boot around it. Well, mine just tore, so I'm waiting for the replacement. So I put a piece of tape so the water doesn't go in. So don't skimp on that. It's just like $1 something each. There's one here, and the second one is right here on the top is the second one. The rest of them are all T20s that you just simply take out, and you lift this panel slightly out, and then right behind you'll find the grommet, and you simply just pull this out. It just pulls out. It's here, you have my old one. It just wedged in there, so you just pull it, and it's got a connector, and the connector on the passenger side is right in here, right there, and it's zip tied. I changed the zip tie. Original was black. I put the white one. I was able to actually stick my hand up the light and just push the grommet, this particular grommet, out. I mean, once you're taking it out, you don't have to worry about it. You can literally just rip it and it will come out, and then just feed the connector through, and hopefully it will come down there. You might have to stick your hand a little bit up there to feed it out. Reconnect it and simply slide the edge right through there onto the edge, and then just screw everything back up, and it should work fine. Now, here is the word of advice. Mine, while I was waiting for the part, we had to operate a hatch. Well, pushing it up and down creates the backup pressure to the pump that is stored under the floor. I can't get to it right now because everything is bolted back, but it's under the floor. Basically, you need to remove the spare tire, and then there is a couple of bolts right here on the trim on the back side. You take those bolts out, and then you use a panel popper to remove this plastic trim. It just pops up, and then you can remove the gray felt material booth, and right on the right, you remove that. Right here on the right hand side, there will be a plastic casing with the motor inside. There's plenty of videos of that, so I'm not even going to go into what do you do there. It's self-explanatory, and you can see a ton of videos. You simply pull that pump and take a look, and different models have different ways of checking the fluid level. Check the fluid level. After a while, it might lose some fluids here and there, so you might need to add it. The main issue is when you start forcing the hatch up and down, it creates the backup pressure, and that backup pressure can push the reservoir literally off the pump, and it's held by one of those typical Mercedes metal clamps, which requires a special clamping pliers. So mine actually popped off and the fluid leaked. So avoid using the hatch until you get this strip replaced. Minimize the times you're opening and closing, and when you do not push it fast. Go very slowly up and down if you're pushing it up and down manually with the hand, to prevent popping that reservoir off the pump. And that's it. Then if you do, just put it back down, press it in, squeeze the clamp a little bit with the pliers to re-secure it, and add fluid. And you're going to have to burp the air, so you might have to fill it and refill it a few times and operate a few times up and down in order to get it to bleed all the air. So it's a simple fix with the strip. Anybody can do it, and the parts you can order from local dealerships. It's about $35 to $45 depending on where you go, and you can even order online. I ordered online. My local place that does online sales is about 20 minutes from me, and I was able to order and deliver it to my house for literally less than $50. And this was the passenger side part number. The left side is a little bit just different couple of digits, but that's it. I'll put the link to where I ordered from, but if you look, you can find the dealership that sells online locally to you. Pros and cons. If you order online, the price is cheaper, but you pay a little bit in shipping. You'll pay tax on both sides when you order locally, but at least it will be delivered to you. Or you can pay higher retail price and avoid shipping cost. It really depends on the total price of the part and the difference in cost. But I called them up and they quoted me one price, and the guy flat out told me that online it will be cheaper, but it's a different entity within the dealership that does online sales. So that's it. And then another issue you might have with this rear hatch is when your battery starts going low, it might cause the issues of, you know, basically sending enough current to the motor, to the hydraulic motor, to lift the hatch up and down. So that's another issue with this, with the GL, especially with the diesel, because single battery is not enough. And that's why the Power Stroke Fords and other diesels, they have two monstrous batteries under the hood instead of one. And the battery might check voltage fine at first, but it actually does not have enough cranking power to turn the diesel because of the much higher compression than gas. So that's another whole ball game, but there's different ways to test the voltages. A very simple one that I'll also do a video on, because anybody can use it. It does not require a mechanic or mechanical knowledge of cars to test your battery. So that'll be a separate video. Well, that's it, guys. Hope this helps. Take it easy.